Welcome to Empower. Happy New Year. I thank God that this far He's taken us and you're moving well this year. And I believe you are looking forward to what God has for you this year as we trust Him for great things, as we continue with our plans, the strategies we have set, and looking forward to great things this year. And today we are starting on a program. This year, we want to focus on different people working in different industries so that you can be able to understand what actually goes on in different areas, in different formal employment, informal employment, the challenges we face, and how do we still go through successfully as people that fear the Lord. And so today, I welcome you to walk with us, and I'm not alone. I have a special guest with us who is going to introduce himself, and then we move on. Welcome.
My name is Wilberforce Amugune. I'm born again. I am an auditor and actuarial consultant by profession, as well as a minister of the gospel.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. Auditor, actually what?
Actuarial consultant.
Consultant.
Yeah.
Hey, those are two different areas or two different lines of a career or professional. So I want us to understand. Maybe tell us first of all what does an auditor do, or yes, before we come to the actuarial consultant.
An auditor basically looks through books of accounts of different entities, companies, organizations, and in order to issue an opinion on whether the accounts and everything is true and fair, and advise on any areas of concern to the management.
Yes.
And basically, over the years, audit has evolved. You know, initially, audit was more of a witch hunting.
Yes.
People will fear auditors. You know, they're coming to look for mistakes.
Just look for mistakes.
Yeah.
You know?
But as years advance, our auditors are becoming more of value addition. We give assurance, yes, but also add value in terms of consultancy services and advisory to companies and entities on where areas of improvement and what to do in the next phase.
Wow.
So that they realize their goals. Yeah.
So how long have you been doing that?
I've been audit for the last 6 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. That's so nice. So how do you manage audit and the other line of actuarial consultants? As an actuarial consultant, what do you do?
Yeah. Mainly, what I've done in our firm is mainly I have merged the two areas. I audit, but mainly I focus on companies and industries that require actuarial knowledge to understand. So, for example, insurance companies, brokerages, pension industry, and all that. So, when you're auditing, when you're even reviewing works of other actuaries, that knowledge helps you to review as well as issue an opinion on whether everything is right. So, it's more of a synergistic way of handling audit.
Yes.
You see, with time, audit has evolved. You don't only take BCom.
Yes,
You'll come in audit, you find engineers and all that, because there are companies you audit that have engineering aspects. And as a figures person only, you might not understand where to add value. So you incorporate all these professions so that the key one is CPA, but these are the guys now bring in value and check whether the things are truly correct, they are up to par, and meet the standards. Yeah.
Wow. So what you're saying is, for example, if you're aligned towards actuarial because of insurance companies, the brokerages, and because you must have that knowledge of what insurance does.
Yes.
So that you can be able to add value. And to
add value, Because if you're just going to look at the financials, and somebody tells you, you know, this one was a premium, let's say, cost.
Yes.
And you don't know what a premium is. You know, at that point, you can't really audit or give value and see whether it is a true account of it.
Wow.
So for you to be able to give a true account of that, you need a background knowledge of the same industry.
Yes.
So it's easier when you have someone who understands the industry, taking that audit as a lead, so that things are seamless. Yeah.
Wow, amazing to see how things are changing.
Yeah.
Considering that someone could have done just CPAs, and then your line, and you start audit as your line of or you follow that line, and you just do. That means that if I just do CPAs, then I'm more of a general auditor.
You're a general, let's say a generic auditor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You just to tick the boxes and you go.
I go.
But the world is evolving. You no longer just tick boxes. You have to bring value. You know, someone will give you an audit job because of the value you bring in.
Yes.
Not because you just tick the box and issue an opinion.
Wow. Amazing. That is so nice. So, So, so the training someone need to go through is basically what any accountant would go through.
Yes, yes.
Like the BCom, then you do the
BCom,
CPAs,
you can do finance, BCom finance,
yes,
BCom accounts, yeah, and then do a CPA or ACCA.
ACCA,
yeah.
And then after that, then you get into audit. But after that, if I want to add value, then I have to understand what happens in other areas.
Yeah. Basically, even before you audit, if you don't have that background, then you have to study. For example, if I'm doing a public sector audit, which I've been involved in severally, I'll have to go through the Constitution, I go through the Public Finance Act, Management Act, and all the Public Audit Act, Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act.
Yes.
You will get understanding of all those acts before you start the audit. That's in the planning stage. So once you have the understanding, then you do what we call a risk-based audit.
Yes.
You don't just do a general audit.
Yes.
You plan yourself, and then for you to add value, you assess risk first. And then the risk-based audit is where now the audit is evolving to, and all that, yeah. So once you understand the background of the industry and all that, then you can do an audit seamlessly and professionally. But if you just start without understanding, then you'll be stuck in the process, or you'll do a mediocre work. Yeah.
Okay, would I be right to say that maybe for me to become an auditor, let me first study a certain line, then come again, add some financial accounting aspect. Will it be easier for me?
Not really.
Yes.
What I advise people, you know, like for example, personally, I didn't do a master's immediately because I wanted to know which industry will I be aligned to really, so that when you're in the industry, you are able to get what you love as you assess all areas. So you don't necessarily have to do a degree in actuarial first to know that. You can get into the audit, but as you start the audit in the general, you start specializing. Once you are under a person who has actuarial engineering and audit engineering companies, with time you'll get to understand it. And you know, in audit you read daily. You don't just come from the campus and you are relaxed. Now I'm auditing because even our standards change yearly. The new standards are coming, so you have to keep updating yourself and reading. So with that, you can easily adapt into it. As long as you are adaptable, you are agile, you can easily cope. But you don't like say, you know, let me study first this line and then get there. You might get there and find that line is not your area.
Yes, you're right. Yeah, because also interest matters a lot. Because considering that audit is done in different, let's say all industries.
All industries, yes.
I need to be so clear that this is the line I would want to pursue in audit.
Yes.
So that I don't again do it fast, then come in, I'm like,
You first get into the audit, get into the farm, the big fours, the indigenous farms in Kenya and all that. Once you get in, then you are able to see which areas of audits are here. If you want to go into oil and gas, into manufacturing, into profit making, or NGOs and not-for-profit, or circles, banks, then in the internship period, most farms take you in internship first, 6 months or a year. So in that period, you're able to rotate and then understand and see where you want to focus.
Within no time, you already know where to focus. Now, it's quite interesting to listen to you and see exactly what happens. But what kind of challenges do people that are common, especially when you're dealing with young people who have decided to follow that line? What are the common challenges?
Number one, I will say first we have a fallacy when you're in campus. No, I got an A and M-, I got into BCom, so my fasting salary will be at 100,000, all that, you know. After you come and you're told, hey, come in, we'll give you some 30K, but you're going to learn on the job. And many young people nowadays are not that patient. So number one, impatience is the key issue in the young people. And secondly, technical know-how and the desire to learn. Many young people think, you know, sometimes you encounter I'm on a managerial position currently. Sometimes you encounter guys who have come in with first class and CPA, and they are like, you know, I have the papers. I know it. I know it. But you come in to get to the ground and you're like, oh God, this person looks like it was just someone who was cramming to pass exams. But now those are some of the challenges. And the problem is once one thing they are a star, then the teachability becomes a trouble. So the current generation, our generation, I'm not that old anyway, we are impatient, we are not ready to learn, and then we want things quick.
Very fast.
And again, audit takes time to learn, and it takes time for you to get to the salary you want and all that. So if you want to come in and handle a full audit immediately, it might be difficult. So the generation of pop is not that easy. So those are the main challenges you find in the service industry as a general and consultancy industries,
Yes.
and audit to be specific. People want to take off immediately, but they are not ready to be taught.
They're not
And they're not patient enough to understand.
Yes.
And you see, for you to understand again, you must put in hours, because employers want to redeem their hours, you know,
course.
they pay you for work.
Yes.
But now if you want to learn, you know, many employers will tell you, this is not a school. You finish school, you came here to work.
Yes.
So if you want to work, then again, to learn more, you will need to put in more hours. So many people again don't want to put in hours.
Wow.
They think I just have 8 to 5.
Yes.
I'm
I
done.
go.
Those are the labor laws. I go home.
Yes.
And I wait for a salary. If you're that way, within 1 year, you'll be thrown out of the field.
Yes. Or maybe you start complaining that others have come, they have been
Yeah.
promoted, or they are moving, and I'm not moving
You're
anywhere.
not moving. Yeah. And you know, most consultancies will not fire you immediately.
Yes.
They'll just allow you to stagnate. And then you notice you're not moving.
You're not.
Then you resign yourself.
You get frustrated.
Because now, if you are not a sharp person, you're not willing to put more hours, you're not willing to learn, read wide, then you're not the consultant a client will want. So even the employer will notice and just allow you. But if you are outgoing, you are willing to learn, you come out and come out from your cocoon, you are agile, then it becomes easy for you.
Wow, amazing. And I think those are very key points, because I think maybe because in school, our focus mainly is, I want to pass.
Yes.
And we also have perception that the market, okay, the picture we have in our minds when we're in school, campus or such, you realize that is very different from the workplace.
From the workplace, sure.
When you come in, if you're not ready to learn, as you say, then you may be very, very frustrated. Maybe you did say that you as a person, did you ever have maybe experience such a challenge when you started?
Yeah, initially, you'll be asked to be in office from 7 to 6, and you're like, hey guys, you're taking my time.
Yes.
I don't have time, I'm a single boy, when will I date, when will I do these things? I'm a minister, when will I go preach and all that? So
Yes.
The aspect of time was tricky, but once I learned how to manage time and handle all these things, things become seamless, and I grew quickly across the ladders,
And you're able to see that the employer is not actually misusing you.
Yes.
But they want you to learn so that you can be able to. And I think when you look back right now, you can be able to see that the long hours played such a big deal in what I am today.
That's it, and the experience. I've come to learn, and I tell people, and I preach a lot in high schools and campuses. I tell them, when you come out here, please gain experience first. If you're looking for money, you might be frustrated, or go do wash. But now, if you want to really earn and improve yourself, your skill and your personality, be patient with money, be patient with time. Within 1-2 years, you start to know now the time is working for you. You no longer look for those long hours.
Wow.
Because of the level you are, now you become spending less time, but you are sharp, you are quick, so you accomplish a lot in few hours.
You're right. Thank you so much. And I think we need to take a short break, then we'll come back. And I believe you're learning with us, and you're understanding what you're saying. And I want you to look at yourself as we continue the discussion. My name is Beatrice Chuchu. We are taking a short break.